Hey there everybody on YouTube land, it's Lord Bear 90 coming at you with my final MTAC video. And I'm very sad. Hence why the video is blue. I'm partially sad, number one, because unfortunately we were not able to return to MTAC due to our driver of our vehicle not feeling too well. He's been kind of feeling under the weather all day, which was one of the reasons why we actually had to leave early to begin with. But I'm also sad because I didn't really want to leave. The same person told me that once you go to MTAC, you don't want to leave. And he's right. I did not want to walk back out that door. I wanted to stay there for like ever. And it sucks that it only lasts 3 days. I could only be there for today, but it lasts 3 days, from Friday to Saturday. And on a rare occasion, if weather gets in the way, you could last for 4 days. Like it did like 3 years ago, when Nashville had that massive flood. Anyway, it's not all sad, and it's not all bad news. I had a wonderful time during the short few hours that I was actually at the convention. I actually ran into someone that I actually met online a few weeks back. I actually met her face to face, which was kind of a shock. I didn't think I would actually run into somebody that I knew personally. Well, somewhat knew. Anyway, they had so much stuff. I mean, I actually spent most of my time at MTAC in the dealer room. Not even buying anything. I mean, I did buy something, although I'm probably going to end up regretting it in the morning. I did buy something, but I literally spent most of my time at MTAC in the dealer room just walking. Just walking around and looking at all the amazing stuff that I didn't even know existed. A lot of it. I mean, a lot of it I knew existed, but they had items and souvenirs that I didn't know anyone even made. They had a few Bleach items. They didn't have a lot, which kind of surprised me, because considering that Bleach is literally one of the 3 biggest animes in the world and mangas. So it kind of saddened me not to see as much Bleach items as I would like. I mean, they had posters, and a couple of vendors actually had a couple of the Zanpakutos. One of the vendors actually had Kenpachi's Zanpakuto, Nozoromi. He finally learns his Zanpakuto's name, Nozoromi. Captain Kisuke Urahara's Benihime release version. And the same vendor also had, I don't know who made them, but somebody has already made by hand Ichigo Kurosaki's true Zangetsu. He's basically a dual wielder now. For the longest time, he only used one blade, because that's all Zangetsu was. But his true Zangetsu is actually 2 swords. One long and one very short. Almost like a dagger, but too big to really be considered a dagger. Anyway, they also had quite a few other vendors just for swords. Quite a few other sword vendors, and from one of them, I actually managed to buy this. It is a black Japanese katana bokken. A bokken is basically a wooden training sword. Whether it's in a Japanese style, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, you name it. It only cost like $10, which was kind of a surprise. And I apologize if you hear that beeping every once in a while. I don't know what that is, and I really don't want to. I really don't want to find out. Anywho, I only paid $10 for this, which is not a bad price. They had other Vulcans there that were made of polypropylene, and they were asking $20 for them. And I would have bought one of them, but I don't really have all that much money, and I was pushing it by buying the Vulcan, the wooden one. I was kind of pushing it buying that. But they had so much other stuff there that, I mean, it freaking blew me away. I saw one guy dressed as Christian Bale, the Christian Bale Batman, literally walking down the parking lot before the front door ever even opened. I mean, because we got there at 7 in the morning, and the doors didn't even open for like 2 hours. We had to wait till just after 9 o'clock before the door ever actually opened for us to go in. But yeah, we had to wait a while. And when he walked up, there were only 2 people out of the entire convention that I noticed, that I actually saw, dressed as the Joker. And only one of them was dressed as the Heath Ledger Joker. And when he saw Batman walking across the parking lot, he literally ran up to him, and they actually looked like they were going to fight. And the guy dressed as Batman actually pulled out a batarang and actually threw it at the Joker guy. It was awesome, and it was epic. And for those of you who are familiar with the Nostalgia Critic here on YouTube, I saw a guy dressed as the Nostalgia Critic, and he acted in character. He actually acted as the Nostalgia Critic. It was hysterical. I also found Waldo. For anyone who's looking for Waldo, I found Waldo at MTAC 5 times in the same room. Every time I turned around, there was Waldo. It was hysterical. I saw so many anime characters that I knew and I both knew and did not know, and I saw at least. This is for my friend Sweet Pea Crystal 12. I saw at least 3 girls dressed as the girl from Brave. And only one of them actually looked like the girl from Brave. I'm talking, she actually looked like she came straight from the movie. It was that realistic. She had the bow and arrows and everything. I mean, she looked exactly spot on. I saw a couple One Piece characters. I saw a couple Bleach characters. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do any videos at MTAC because my phone is kind of crappy now because the battery doesn't want to hold charge at all anymore. So sadly, you're not going to see any actual MTAC videos from me. And I never got to see Eric Stewart or Dan Green. So I never got a chance to get any of my items signed. So that's kind of a bummer. But for the 4 short hours that I was there, I had a freaking ball. And I look forward to going to the MTAC 2015 next year. Come hell or high water, I'm saving me some actual money up, and I'm going to MTAC 2015. No matter what. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, look out, MTAC 2015, because I'm a-coming. Lord Bear 90 signing off for now.